The sight in the game, cause see the boxing voice.
Fernando Pimentel of ThaBoxingvoice.com here with Virgil Hunter, trainer of Andre Berto. Virgil, how could anyone say anything negative after what you said up there at the press conference and everything? You pretty much brought all the positivity out. You basically stated for anybody who didn't like the matchup, pretty much you didn't care about it. What you're worried about is training your man, Andre Berto, to fight and defeat Floyd Mayweather. I know I've seen you at many fights before, Mayweather fights, and me and you have had many conversations after those fights. You've seen Mayweather from afar. What do you think Andre Berto brings to the table that could beat Floyd Mayweather?
Well, first of all, I didn't say anything about anybody. If they don't like it, don't come. I didn't say that. What I said is that you have to learn to grow to respect the sport because a lot of people don't really know what it takes to be a fighter, and to the people who don't know that, but to try to make and insinuate who fights who, it's taking it a little too far because, like I said, I guarantee you Floyd cherished his trophies just as much as he cherished his $1 million checks. So they don't understand that and what a fighter goes through. So to sit back and have an opinion instead of, is your job to bring negativity to the sport, or is your job to promote the sport? If you're not here to promote the sport, then you're part of the problem. Because what that says is that you're about favoritism. You have your favorite fighters. You're not a reporter. You're a fan. So it contradicts what the media is supposed to be. But we all know that the media is human, and we know the human nature. But one thing about a fighter, he has a different perspective on human nature because he's in the ultimate sport. Every time he steps in the ring, he knows something serious could happen, so he prepares himself. How many people prepare themselves for a fist fight, right? Hone themselves for a fist fight. How many people are willing to take what they take to be victorious in a fist fight? That they've determined this is the way I'm gonna make my living. So that has to be respected. It's been glorified for years, all through Hollywood, the whole bit. But as you could tear one down, you could tear it all down. But if you're gonna build up some that don't deserve it legitimately, then don't tear down somebody who does deserve it. So that's kind of where I was coming from.
Completely agree with what you said. I do apologize for the misinterpretation. My question obviously is, what does Berto bring that you've seen that could defeat somebody like Mayweather, considering that you've been to many Mayweather fights and you've seen him from afar? What could you help Berto with in defeating him?
Well, you know what? Because I never had a horse in the race, I never looked at Floyd in the sense of whether or not what it would take to beat him. Because you have to go to your strengths. I mean, if you got a lion, don't try to make him a leopard. You got a monkey, don't try to make him a kangaroo. So, he simply just has to fight to his strengths. There's no strategy involved in that. Fight to your strengths so you'll react properly the way you're supposed to. But what you had all these years, what you bring to the table, that's what you set the table with. You don't all of a sudden turn into something else that you're not because you think you see a flaw, you think you see something you can exploit, because one flaw with another man is a strength on another man. So you can't have that idea about it. Come with everything that you have mentally and physically with your strengths and fight to your strengths.
Now, I've spoken to some of the undercard fighters here, and they've actually stated that Andre Berto has nothing to lose, so he should come in there pretty much full grit all the way through. Is that exactly how you see it, or do you see it differently?
No, I see it differently. He does have something to lose because if he takes that approach and then it causes him to lay back, then he failed himself. You see, can't look at it like that. He has everything to lose, right? If I was an expert sniper, marksman, and you had just a 38 and we were going up against each other, you wouldn't take the attitude, I have nothing to lose, so shoot me, right? No, you're going to be trying to kill me too, right? You're going to try to shoot me too. So it's the same thing in this sport. He has everything to lose, It could be a situation where, he might not be able to fight effectively no more. So, somebody's got to lose. But after you soul search yourself, if you're the victor, enjoy. If you came up short, simply soul search yourself and know that he was just a better man tonight. If you can say that legitimately, then you can continue to move on.